Till this time, in Nigeria today, 2025, a university degree certificate is not a guarantee that a university graduate would get a job, for a variety of reasons. Young Nigerians graduate with honors, wear the cap and gown, hold their degree certificates with pride, feeling accomplished, and having high hopes for getting gainfully employed, aspiring to start their lives. But alas, no jobs. Most of those with degree certificates are not employable. They have paper qualifications but hardly any skills. Watch this video, created for Say a Prayer guys, may Nigeria never happen to you, to see if the National Directorate of Employment, established to address the challenges of graduate unemployment amongst other employment-generating programs, has lived up to fulfilling the visions for which it was established, and how the music of another Nigerian creative, Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey, is relevant to the issues around job creation through one most important sectors of the Nigerian economy. Nigeria was always an agrarian economy. Before the discovery of crude oil in the 1950s, agriculture was the backbone of Nigeria's economy. Cocoa, groundnut pyramids, palm oil, cassava, rubber, timber, and these were not just merely for exports. They were symbols of national pride. The discovery of crude oil became a curse, an elixir for laziness, and an unproductive pursuit of luxury and the easy life, characterized by an insatiable appetite for consumption. The discovery of oil and the control of oil wealth is a major reason for the Nigeria Civil War, the Biafra War, and the subsequent deadly political intrigues that have kept Nigeria struggling with a myriad of development challenges, including unemployment. The Civil War and the unending cases of insurgency and banditry have left farmlands riddled with landmines from the Civil War, especially in the southeastern parts of Nigeria after the Civil War. For families who lived through the Civil War, farming was no longer life-giving. It was dangerous. When it seemed that the dangers from the threats posed by landmines had been overcome, insurgencies and banditry replaced that threat, and farming communities from the northeast, north-central, southwest and southeast of Nigeria that depend on farming for food and cash crops have mostly abandoned farming, creating more challenges in the areas of unemployment and food security. Besides the challenges posed by the Civil War and the current security issues arising from banditry and insurgencies, farming is considered by young Nigerian university graduates as a field for the uneducated. The educated, degree holders belonged in air-conditioned offices. That shift emptied villages into cities. Young people hunted for scarce government jobs and corporate careers. White-collar dreams collided with a collapsing job market. Unemployment became Nigeria's unending crisis. In 1986, the federal government of Nigeria, under General Ibrahim Babangida, launched the National Directorate of Employment, the NDE. Its mission was ambitious: to fight mass unemployment, equip Nigerians with practical skills, and nurture self-reliance. The NDE built its work on four key pillars: rural employment promotion, vocational skills development, graduate self-employment/small-scale enterprises, and special public works. These programs offered hope. They reminded Nigerians that dignity does not come only from certificates but from productivity. Thousands were trained, some started businesses, and some returned to the land. Yet the challenges have been immense: underfunding, corruption, and poor follow-up. Too many young people remain jobless, and too many skills learned never became sustainable vocations for a variety of reasons. The bigger truth is that unemployment in Nigeria is about more than jobs. It is about misplaced expectations, the neglect of agriculture, the undervaluing of trades, and the myth that certificate-based education alone guarantees success. In 1976, as Nigeria struggled with food shortages and youth restlessness, the government, under the administration of General Olusegun Obasanjo, launched Operation Feed the Nation. It was a nationwide agricultural initiative aimed at reducing dependence on food imports and mobilizing young Nigerians, especially students, to return to the land and increase local food production. One cultural figure captured that moment like no other: Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey. Chief Ebenezer Obey was born on the 3rd of April, 1942, in Idogo, Ogun State, southwest Nigeria. Chief Ebenezer Obey Fabi is not just a musician, he is a national voice. As one of the greatest juju musicians of his time, his art blends traditional Yoruba rhythms with stories that carry moral lessons, social commentary, and reflections on Nigeria's socio-economic struggles. His music teaches while it entertains. When Chief Ebenezer Obey released his song Operation Feed the Nation, he turned a government slogan into a living, breathing song, giving rhythm to policy, melody to responsibility, and making ordinary Nigerians dance even as they were reminded of their duty to farm and feed themselves, and to contribute their quotas to Nigeria's food security strategies. Just like the Oriental brothers after the Civil War, who sang of justice and leadership, Obey used his guitar and voice to frame work, survival, and national duty as something every Nigerian should own.
Operation Feed the Nation, ìjọba tún péde, wọ́n sọ fún wa nípa iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀, ebi máa pa wá. Wọ́n sọ fún wa nípa iṣẹ́ ọ̀sìn, ebi máa pa wá.
That reminder still matters. Because the land is waiting. The produce merchants are waiting. The opportunities are waiting. Nigeria's youths cannot afford to ignore them. The NDE, for all its flaws, remains part of that story, of efforts made, of battles still being fought. If Nigeria is to become a working nation, it would require innovation, productivity, and the courage to embrace work in every form, from soil to workshops to the marketplace. Our series, The Quest for a Working Nigeria, is designed to capture this struggle, the deliberate steps, the policies, the institutions, and the cultural voices that have tried to address Nigeria's development challenges. It is a series that traces how leaders and communities have attempted to build dignity through work, how music and culture have carried these messages into the hearts of the Nigerian people, and how, despite decades of setbacks, the dream of a truly working Nigeria still refuses to die. Want to learn more? Our live stream on this topic is linked in the description. Activate the notification bell so you do not miss any new episodes. And if you find this video valuable, we implore you to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Say a Prayer, guys. May Nigeria never happen to you, so you never miss the conversations that matter about Nigeria and Nigerians. May Nigeria happen for all Nigerians and friends of Nigeria.